Okay, welcome back to the podcast, or welcome.
Yes.
In today's episode, we are going to talk about postpartum, so it's a little bit
Yes.
extra special.
Yes.
Our experiences, what we experienced, expectations versus reality, and also sharing some stories from you guys that you guys shared on Instagram.
Yes. Yes. I feel like postpartum is something that's super lightly talked about and we don't get the full picture. So I'm excited to dive into this today.
Me too. Because I was like, we can jump full into birth stories on a whole.
That's birth. This is postpartum. Birth will be its own.
It's like we'll both each get like one episode to talk about, or whatever, to talk about the full
story.
Okay. Do you want to jump into yours first?
Yeah, I can start. So I feel like I just kind of said, like when people talk about postpartum, you don't get the full picture. Like when I thought about like what postpartum was, like I thought I would be sitting on the couch, like people bringing me food, like
I wish,
and just like getting snuggles with my newborn
and crying.
Yeah, and that is just not how it was for me, like at all. Especially because my first week was really hard. I ended up having to get an emergency C-section. So my baby was in the NICU for 9 days. In those first 9 days, I was in the hospital for 5 of the 9 days. But when I went home, I just pretty much went into overdrive of like, what can I do to get ready for this baby? Mm-hmm. Even though we were ready, I wanted to like numb my mind pretty much. Like,
yeah. And probably a little bit of that nesting still.
Yes, yeah.
Because you still don't have your baby.
Exactly.
So you still feel like you need to get ready.
Yes. And that's 100% how I felt. So I was kind of just trying to keep my mind off of it. And then that's kind of when my pumping journey began, because I wanted to pump and be able to give my baby colostrum and like breast milk, help him. And I was actually an oversupplier, so I was able to do that. And so I started, like, first night, woke up from my C-section and started pumping pretty much.
Oh, wow.
And I got like 10 ounces, and they were like, oh my Lord, are you sure you've never pumped before? And I was like, no. Like, nope, I haven't. Or did I say 10 ounces?
Yes.
I meant like, not 10 ounces. I got like 2 ounces, because I got 2 full little syringe things.
Okay, I was like,
so those are in milliliters. So I was thinking like
10 milliliters.
Yes, probably. So yes, not 10 ounces.
I was like, damn.
No. So I filled 2 of those little syringe things, and they were just like, oh my gosh. And I'm getting sidetracked now, but yeah, I feel like I kind of carried like a little bit of guilt also, because I was trying to like rack my brain over what happened, like could I have prevented this? And really my only explanation that I got was that 10% of my placenta had died. And so my body was pretty much rejecting him, and he ended up swallowing marconium. So he was in the NICU, and I had a special bandage for my
C-section scar?
Yes, my incision, whatever you want to call it. And it like vacuum sealed to my body, so I had like a battery pack to me at all times. Yeah. Yeah, and I like had to keep it out of the water when I was showering. And yeah, that was not fun. But another thing that I think that's not talked about is I was really weird about asking for help. Like, I would ask my husband for help.
Yeah.
But I did not want anyone coming over to my house. I didn't really want anyone, like being like, oh my God, how are you? Like, I felt like the need to be strong for everyone, almost. Like, my family had never really had anything like that. Like, no babies in the NICU. No one has even had a C-section. So it was like, they were all like, I don't understand how you're doing so well. And I just kind of was like numb at that point. But I was like, yeah, it is what it is. Like,
yeah.
What can I do? We're both alive. Like, I don't know what else to say about that.
Yeah.
And then I was not prepared for like a C-section recovery. Like when I bought all of my stuff, it was for a vaginal birth.
Yeah.
And so I just was not prepared for that either. So that's something that I feel like even if you're not, wanting a C-section or thinking you're going to have a C-section,
prepare for either way.
Exactly.
Well, not if you have like a scheduled C-section.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yes, I think you should be prepared for everything because my situation was out of the blue, like completely out of the blue. And obviously we'll get into that a different day on our birth stories, but something that bothered me was I did not get much follow-up care after I had a child. Like I had my original 6-week appointment, like everyone gets, and they check you.
Yeah.
And
I think I had one every week up until I was like 12 weeks postpartum.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not, yeah.
Or it was like 3, 6, 12. I had several after birth appointments.
I did not. Where did you go? Who did you go through?
Holy Family.
Holy Family. I've heard good things about them. Yeah, I used Chaz and went through like their Maple Street clinic because I had never even been to a gynecologist before or anything, and they were recommended to me by a really good friend, so I went to them. And I had one midwife that I really liked, and she ended up leaving. And then I know I'm like, that should have told me something, but then yeah, I just did not get any follow-up care. I had my 1 6-week appointment, and then I actually had another like 6-week appointment with the actual surgeon who did my C-section surgery because she wanted to like personally check up on me, and she was amazing. Like I'll have to give her a shout out, but she wanted to personally check up on me also. So she made me come in and she removed that fancy bandage and all that fun stuff. So yeah, that's something I was not prepared for. And then when I came home, I did not rest. So and all the medication they send you home on, you don't feel super sore at first.
Oh, yeah.
And so the next couple days I started really like, oh my gosh, like this hurts. Like I couldn't even lay in my own bed. It was too tall for me. So I had to sleep on the couch because yeah, I couldn't get in my bed. And then breastfeeding was definitely not what I expected. Like I planned 100% to just be able to breastfeed, and then I wanted to pump so Darren could feed the baby, blah blah blah. Try to do all my research, and then yeah, I wasn't even able to try and breastfeed Joseph until he was 5 days old.
Oh wow.
So he was already like, I want a bottle. Like this is not fun. And he breastfed until he was about 5 months old, and then he completely like weaned himself off and refused to feed from me at all, and I just pumped and used a bottle. So that became emotionally draining, like constantly feeling like a slave to the clock, like pumping, washing the bottles, feeding the baby, redoing it all. Like every 3 hours I was doing that, and it drove me insane. So I really emotionally struggled with rage and overstimulation, and I would take things so personally. Like any little comment or people suggest like their suggestions, even if it was constructive or not, because some people some comments are unwarranted, but even if it was constructive, I was like, I know what I'm doing, okay?
Yeah, I did that a lot too.
And looking back now, I am proud of how much I've grown, because I do eventually want more children, and I want to be able to learn and grow from that. And knowing that it was hormones now, like I had no idea that it could have possibly been hormones back then. Like I just thought I was insane. Yeah. So I'm glad that I can look back and grow and learn and get tools to move forward. And I'm excited for the next stage.
Yeah. All right. Is that what you wanted to share?
That is about all of my story at the moment, because I still feel like every day I'm going through postpartum still.
Oh my god, yeah.
I'm just now getting back to who I was before being a mom. But that is pretty much the main gist of my, like, postpartum reality, I would say.
Okay. So, for me, I had a vaginal. To make a long story short, I went into labor at about 38 weeks and 6 days. I had him at, 39 weeks? Because I had him that next morning. Literally the same day my doctor told me that if I didn't have him that weekend, I was going to be induced on, we were going to plan an induction day on Monday for that next week.
Did they say why?
Just because of, I'm 5 feet tall and maybe, I'm not going to say my weight. I'm a tiny person.
She's small.
I'm a fun-sized person.
Yeah.
So I was pretty big for how far along I was already. And Hunter was measuring like a week or two early.
Wow.
So she was like, my doctor was like, I don't really want you to go much further because I'm not only worried about your safety and your skin and just, we'll talk about induction, planning induction, all that fun stuff. Then I literally had him the next morning at 7 o'clock on the dot. My little on point baby. We can do labor stories another episode because I honestly think, like we talked about earlier, we could each have a full episode.
Yes, I think it
dedicated
would
to
be
that.
nice to do.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I experienced pretty much the same things you did that just didn't feel normal. I had so much anxiety about everything. Like, if I could explain how I felt, if you've seen Inside Out 2, literally anxiety.
Yes.
And that scene where everything's spinning around her when she's standing at that board, that's how I felt all the time.
Yep.
About literally every single thing.
The noise in your head all the time.
And it made me feel crazy when I talked to people. I'd say someone and someone would tell me it was normal, and then I'm like, oh, I'm just losing my mind. It's fine.
Exactly.
I didn't understand that what I was feeling and all those emotions and the emotional side and like everything was normal. And what that even meant, like what I was experiencing. I didn't know it was hormones. I didn't.
Right.
At the same time, I was 19 years old when I had my kid.
Yeah, baby.
I put some postpartum rage, but I think anyone who is around me postpartum would be like, some?
Some?
So I definitely experienced postpartum rage, but like I didn't know that was a thing.
Yep.
It wasn't until like a year later that I came across one TikTok video about it.
Same.
Or like
literally we probably came across the same TikTok.
I don't even remember what it was now, but it was probably 2 years because it's probably been about a year.
Yeah.
Because that was around the time I started writing my book. Because I was like, that was normal.
Yeah. I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
What?
And for those of you that don't know, here's the Google definition of postpartum rage. An intense, sudden, and overwhelming anger occurring after childbirth, often linked to hormone changes, severe sleep deprivation, and extreme burnout.
That's like my life, I feel like.
Am I still feeling it a little bit?
Yeah.
I had no idea it was normal because I'd never heard of anyone talk about postpartum rage. Postpartum depression was drilled into my brain from the second that I found out I was pregnant.
Yes.
And what to watch out for, but I had no idea. Like, I knew hormones might make you a little snappy after having a baby and during pregnancy, but like, not just.
But literally, like, sometimes you don't even recognize yourself.
I would, like, snap at someone, and then an hour later, I'd be like, who was that? It was Jessica.
Yeah. Jessica?
I felt so alone and isolated at that time. It probably didn't help that I was isolating myself because, like you were saying, it was like, I can do it. I've got this. It's fine. Yep. I know what I'm doing. My instincts should kick in. Like, it'll be fine. I didn't really have anyone in my life to talk to about it either who had recently had a baby. Like, I had my mom, but my mom's last baby was born 19 years ago at that point.
Right.
So, like, I didn't have anyone that had either was going through it or had recently gone through it that could be like, hey, it's fine. This is normal. Yeah. Like, And that probably made it 20 times harder.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I'm in therapy now, but I wish that version of me would have maybe started that journey a little bit sooner.
Right.
Um, and if you are experiencing stuff like this in postpartum depression, postpartum rage, please don't hesitate to reach out to your safe person or, talk to whoever you can about it.
Our DMs are always open.
Yes. Especially us. I know therapy isn't an easily available option to everybody, but definitely look into it because I didn't think I could find therapy. But my therapist and all my therapy stuff is covered completely by my insurance.
I love that.
So you'd be surprised because I was like, there's no way my insurance covers it. And then I really did a deep dive into it and I found an amazing therapist.
That's awesome.
Who I've almost been seeing for a full year.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, if it is an option for you, definitely look into it. If it's not an option or you feel like it's not an option, maybe look into it anyway. You'd be surprised what you could find. And I know there's a lot of mom Facebook groups or just communities online if you don't feel like you have a good community IRL in real life.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of communities online who can make you feel seen, heard, and loved.
And you can even be anonymous on those if you're truly looking, to stick to anonymous.
Yep, you can be anonymous, whatever. There are a lot of safe spaces that are free.
Yes.
I feel so badly though for that version of me. I was scared and so sad and honestly wish I could give her a hug and tell her she's doing an amazing job, but I can't, which is exactly why we wanted to do this.
Exactly.
All right, and then now we have their submission.
Yes. So yeah, we asked you guys kind of what no one warned you guys about in postpartum.
I feel like I relate to all of these.
Right?
Someone said the crying. I cry at everything.
Girl, same.
I think I said I remember those days or something because that was commented on TikTok.
Yes.
I still sometimes cry at everything.
Same. Especially like when I'm in my luteal phase.
Oh my gosh, did you ever get the looking at my baby boy, realizing he's growing up so fast and he's like a week old?
Literally gonna make me bawl.
But did you ever do that when he was like a week old?
Yes,
I'm
and
like, he's gonna go to college so soon.
Big.
Yes. And I look back at that now and I'm like,
now he's 3. Stop.
Yeah. Mom shaming.
Oh my gosh, I feel like mom shaming is so huge, and people, even if people don't even realize they're doing it, they are.
Where are his socks?
Yeah. If you're cold, your baby's cold.
Like, I get that if you're like outside.
Yeah.
But like,
also try to keep socks on my child.
Literally. Hunter rips his shoes and socks off the second we walk inside.
Yes. We kind of just touched on this, how out of whack your hormones truly feel. My goodness, I can't read.
For me, it's indescribable. Yes. Like, other than what I've already said, it's different. That is for sure.
Yes.
Post-weaning hormones and periods. It's like going through postpartum all over again. The anxiety, the mood swings, heavy and unpredictable periods. I was not prepared. Hunter like self-weaned himself off like JJ did, but yes. I was only like a month, maybe 2 months postpartum when that happened. Mm-hmm. So I was still experiencing all that.
Yeah, I pumped until a year exactly, and once Joseph, like on the day of his birthday, like I was done and started giving him milk. Mm-hmm. And I literally bawled for 1, and for 2, I did it in a very, very slow process. Like I slowly stopped pumping, like, and then this, I'm gonna try to explain this in the best way that I can, but I would stop pumping the amount of time that I was actually sitting there pumping. Like I would go from 30 minutes to 15.
Oh, okay.
And then I also would stop, like I stopped pumping at night completely, and then but I would slowly stop, like one at a time, if that makes sense, like one session at a time. And so finally I just completely was done.
Oh.
And so it did hurt. Like everything was very tender. But I don't think I necessarily dealt with the periods because I did not get my period until 2.5 years after.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So my supply, I was an oversupplier, and then my body stopped supplying breast milk altogether.
I've heard that a lot.
And now I know that there's ways that I could have re-upped my supply, and I'm kind of pissed that I know that now.
Right.
Because, whatever. But, I don't remember what I was going to say.
Your supply.
Oh, but my periods, so I delivered vaginally, like I've mentioned already, and I bled for like 7 weeks after. That was a lot. And it wasn't 7 weeks, because I know you stop bleeding before the 6-week appointment.
Mm-hmm.
As the guys know,
yes,
know of it. But it was like right after I stopped bleeding, I had like a week where I wasn't bleeding, and then I started my first period post-pregnancy. I was like, oh, what the...
Dang. This next one says farting.
Oh my god. I was a gassy girl.
I was too.
Pregnancy and postpartum. I still am.
My pregnancy, I was way worse than I was postpartum, but I definitely noticed it.
I feel like for both, it was pretty bad for me.
Yes, same.
Clearing rooms. The body odor. Oh my god.
Yes.
That mixed with breast milk.
Yes. Like waking up in the morning, like drenched, and you're like, ugh.
Or like the baby milk throw up.
Yes.
And just being stinky and
needing a shower after 5 days.
Will never forget my first shower post pregnancy. Just home from the hospital. That was the most magical shower I've ever taken in my life.
I was holding a battery above the water.
My first, my mom had Hunter, I think. Somebody had Hunter, because I know he wasn't in the bathroom with me. Or I had the baby monitor. I don't know. But that was
you're like, this is heaven.
Heavenly.
I love that. Yeah, the next one says the body odor, night sweats, sundown scaries, the swelling of everything down there. And the breastfeeding can be so magical, you don't have to hate it.
I never hated breastfeeding. It was just a lot harder than I expected it to be.
I agree with that. I think that if I would have had, I think my start was different. I could have had a different outcome, but I don't know.
Yeah. The night sweats, I got in postpartum, because they were kind of bad when I was pregnant, and then it was really bad postpartum.
Yeah, like during the summer of my postpartum.
Well, I had the window open like February, window open.
Oh yeah,
fan going.
I'm still that way.
Like, I am so cold when I sleep now.
Sundown scaries. I don't know if I've heard that term before.
So it's like that. I still get them, where it's like sundown scaries. For me personally, this might not even be correct, but it's like the sun goes down, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my god, what am I doing with my life? Am I being a good mom? Blah, 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 blah.
I guess I kind of get that. Like when I go to, like when it's bedtime, I'm like, I do not want to go to bed. I don't want to start the next day. I don't want to deal with all the BS that comes with tomorrow. So yeah, I guess I definitely do deal with that.
The swelling of everything down there is...
Mine was a little different because I had a C-section, so...
Whew. She was... that...
plump
for a little bit, and then like you were saying, they send you on like basically prescription strength ibuprofen for vaginal. Like I think it was like 600 milligrams or something. Like it was strong ibuprofen, and you're taking it at first, and then it was like I could tell when I like missed it, and I was like, waddling around, everything hurt. Because so basically the Sunday after I had him was basically waiting for Hunter to pee.
Yes.
Because they wouldn't let us leave because he hadn't peed yet. And they couldn't give me any more ibuprofen because I wasn't a patient anymore.
Right.
And I was like,
give me my meds. Yeah.
And the drive home,
oh my gosh.
I have never noticed that many bumps
Right?
on some of those roads out here
Yeah.
and in Spokane
Yeah.
until you're post vaginal having a
Hoo-ha.
baby,
Yeah.
birth. So you're past that and haven't had any meds in a while.
Yeah. Yeah, division doesn't look too new, does it?
No.
I think we were on the burnout.
Burnout, yes. I experience
Yes.
that on a daily still.
Same. Burnout is like I've come with a couple ways of like how to kind of treat my burnout. Like I do Joseph's sensory bins with it. Just kind of try to do more crafting and take my mind off of parenting, if that makes sense.
My biggest one is coloring.
Yeah, I love
Because Hunter and
coloring.
I both love to color.
Hmm.
His is just little squiggles, and I'll draw like a picture of
That's the
something. And
cutest thing ever.
yeah. There are so many things that are untalked about and makes it all so hard. Yeah.
Literally, we're going over them right now, girl.
Yeah.
The first poop. Oh, I was terrified I was gonna like pop a stitch.
I had my nurse left the door open, and I think my grandma. No, my grandma had just left visiting us, and I could see my baby daddy, and there was a nurse in the bathroom holding the peri bottle thing for me
Mm-hmm.
and holding my hand, and I'm just. They will tell you that vaginal birth is like scary and like, or you'll think that felt like a breeze compared to my first poop.
I've heard that.
I felt like I was having a whole nother 10-pound baby.
Yeah. Mine, I like loaded up on my stool softeners. I barely remember mine, honestly.
I had Hunter like the first thing after my epidural wore off was I had to poop.
Mine, I did not have my first poop until I was at home for quite a while.
I was freshly had him.
Oof, girl.
But I also hadn't moved out of that bed since the night before.
Yeah. So I guess this is kind of a funny story, and it's a little postpartum-ish because it was after I had Joseph. I was laying in the bed, and when you have a C-section, they put these bands on you to like hold your stomach in place pretty much.
Mhm.
And well, the nurses switched pretty much right when mine was supposed to be like taken off for a little bit, I guess, or it was supposed to be taken off for something and it didn't. And so in the middle of the night, I was like dying in pain. Like I was screaming, I'm pressing my call button. I'm like, I'm in labor. Like, I don't know if I'm having a second baby. Like, I'm having contractions all over again. And it's because I had a fart. It's because they had that thing so tight on my stomach that I couldn't fart. And so as soon as they like velcroed it, I was like,
oh my god, and the epidural farts?
Yes. Yeah, it was insane. Oh, and I don't know if this is gonna like Darren's gonna lose some points with the viewers and maybe you.
Uh-oh.
But I was alone at that point also. Like I spent all the nights alone at the hospital because we had dogs. So Darren went home to like let the dogs out and stay the night with the dogs.
Okay, that's a little bit different. I thought you were just gonna say just wanted to sleep in his bed.
I mean, that's kind of what he was doing, I think. But he was definitely against sleeping on the couch. And so I was like, you know what? Just go home, let the dogs out, whatever. And then the nurses, every nurse that came in, they're like, where's your husband? I'm like, he just had to go let the dogs out.
I feel like labor shakes.
I got the epidural. I had a spinal, so I was like,
yeah.
The shakes from that.
Because my baby daddy was like, are you cold? Like, do you need a blanket?
It's the adrenaline.
And I looked at him and I was like, this is normal.
Yeah.
And he was like, what is it?
Yes.
I said it's the adrenaline. And
yes.
was like, I don't put any blame on my baby daddy. We were 19 when our son was born.
Yes.
Like,
Darren had Darren and I was 23 when Joseph was born and Darren was 24, and Darren had never held like a newborn baby or like probably under 6-month-old baby at that point. Like that was the first baby he held.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of nice though. That's like really sweet,
isn't it?
That the first baby he ever held was yours.
I thought it was pretty cool, and he was very like it came very natural to him. He wasn't like all like, what do I do? And like he was very fatherly or parentally, I don't know.
And I put it takes a while to bounce back, because I feel like there is no like bouncing back.
Yeah.
You're a whole new version of yourself.
100%.
It takes a while to find that new version.
Yes.
But I really hate the word bounce back.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
you're a new person now, girl.
yeah.
Like, you can still have the same qualities and, like, find the same joys, I think, but you're still going to be a new person.
You definitely have a lot of new viewpoints, and just, yeah.
Everything changes. So,
All
yeah, I
right.
think that just shows how different postpartum can look for everyone, but we all are still feeling so much of the same things.
Mm-hmm. If you guys have a story you didn't get to share, our DMs are always open. We'd love to hear from you guys.
Yes. And if this episode resonates with you, please share it with another mom who might need to hear it.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
Yeah, we'll
We'll
see you
see you
next
later.
time. Bye.
Bye.